We are Black Force. We are San Diego.
We welcome you to the Bay Area as the Padres begin another road trip. And we welcome you to AT Park. It's game one of a four-game series between the San Diego Padres and the San Francisco Giants. Wil Myers is back. What a great sight that is. Reinstated from the 10-day DL today. A long road back for him, some rehab stints, but he is back with the Padres and in the big leagues leading off in the game tonight. On the other side, for the Giants, Andrew McCutchen has had a terrific June, hitting at .312. He's got himself 5 home runs and 14 RBIs in the month for a Giants team that's playing better baseball. We welcome you inside the broadcast booth, everybody. Don Orsillo along with Mark Grant. Welcome to Padres baseball. Wil Myers is back for the Padres. That's big news, but the Padres were busy today. A lot of roster moves today.
First off, Wil Myers, welcome back. Only played in 10 games for the San Diego Padres, so his offense is very much needed. Reinstated from the oblique injury. And one thing I like, Phil Maton, he's been in high leverage situations when he's healthy. Last year in the big leagues, now he's a needed arm. Franmil Reyes, go back down to AAA. Hey, get at-bats each and every day. And Phil Hughes, the long guy, you know, he's got to get better too. He's got that Ron Boyd strain.
What a great way and a great place to return for Wil Myers. He loves hitting here.
And Don, why not? You mentioned he's leading off today, right? It's all in the field, in the batter's box. Great batters out here, and he crushes mistakes out of the San Francisco Giant pitcher's hands. When you look at the career here, the .543 slugging percentage, 7 home runs. Yes, he likes to get on the fastball. Let's see how the Giant pitchers go after him today. It'll be lefty on righty, Wil Myers and Madison Bumgarner.
Game one of the series, a tremendous pitching matchup, a marquee matchup. It's Tyson Ross matched up against Madison Bumgarner.
I think right now we're seeing the best of Tyson Ross. That's why his name has been thrown about as far as towards the deadline as we get closer. And then there's Madison Bumgarner. But first, Tyson Ross, he's throwing the ball well. You know, the velocity's not the mid-90s, upper 90s, but he's got the two-seam fastball. He's got the cutter. He's got the slider. This is a Giants team that strikes out a lot. You know, they're right up there with the Padres as far as strikeouts for a ball club. So getting ahead and throwing that slider down and in and then elevating the fastball at times with that cut fastball really plays well for Tyson Ross against this Giants lineup.
On the other side, the Giants are happy to have Bumgarner back, but he's not pitched well so far.
Yeah, he hasn't. He's winless, and going after the Padres this evening, they're going to look at the velocity of the fastball. Is the velocity of the fastball there? Doesn't seem to be. Missing in the heart of play. That's the location thing that when pitchers come back, you really have to worry about. And also the breaking ball. Remember Madison Bumgarner when he was on his game? Velocity's up, sharp, tight breaking ball. Seems to be rolling out of his hand right now. So if the Padres can capitalize on those mistakes in the strike zone tonight, hopefully game one should go well for the Padres.
Game 1 of 4 between the Padres and the Giants. Well, coming up, the boys in the studio will join us as Mike and Mark will check in. The All-Star game not that far away. They'll check in and weigh in on who they think will be the first baseman. 2 good ones here tonight. They'll join us next. deep left field at the wall. It is gone for Myers.
Well, that was Wil Myers, and he is back in the Padres lineup tonight, hitting leadoff and playing left field. Wil was activated off the disabled list earlier today after dealing with a back and oblique strain that sidelined him for more than a month. Now, he's only played in 10 games with the Padres this season because of injuries, so he's extremely excited to be back in the clubhouse and back with his teammates. Here's more from Wil Myers and manager Andy Green on the move.
I feel good. I feel 100%. That's the big thing. You know, last time, you know, I had some issues with the back, but now everything's kind of gone. Everything with the back and oblique feels good right now. So, you know, I'm excited to get back out there and get playing again. Yeah, it's exciting. You know, just to be back here playing games that matter, going out there every day to win. That's a big deal. You know, when you're out for some time, you miss it really bad. So it's good to be back here playing in games that mean something and be able to go out there and help the team.
He's not going to come back here and play 7 straight. He'll play a few and then get a day off, and we'll progress him kind of slowly from that regard, whether it's 2 in a row and a day off or 3 in a row and a day off. We'll be making sure that we take care of him and make sure his legs are under him and check with him every day. But we're excited to have him back. We've missed him, stuck him right at the top of the order. I guess when I turned on MLB Network, that's what everybody's doing now. They're taking Harper and Chris Bryant leading them off, so I just figured that's what I'm supposed to do too. So we just led Wil off today, and we're excited to have him back.
And it's nice to see Wil in the clubhouse. Well, coming up, the Padres look to have a Bay Area breakout. Padres, the Giants' first pitch coming up next on Fox Sports San Diego.
The first stop on yet another June road trip. Joining the travel party is Wil Myers, who returns from the DL just in time to enjoy one of his favorite parks. For Tyson Ross, the Bay Area is always a homecoming, a spot he aims to deliver a boost for a Padres team looking to gain some ground in the NL West. The Giants, meanwhile, turn to Madison Bumgarner, who is still hunting for his first victory in 2018 after returning from injury. Who will earn the most frequent flyer miles tonight? Padres and Giants. The road trip begins right now. We welcome you to AT&T Park in San Francisco. Game 1 of a 4-game series, and standing in is Wil Myers. Ready to go here is Madison Bumgarner. And the first pitch of the evening is swung on and fouled back to the backstop for strike 1. Now Wil Myers back with the Padres again. Second stint on the DL this year for Myers, and Myers certainly happy to be back again. He hits a 300 home run, 3 runs batted in, has only played in 10 games of the now 77 that the Padres have played in on the year.
You think he's anxious, swinging at that first pitch, trying to do some damage early?
He's ready to go and swings at the second pitch as well and fouls it back into the seats. Well, Andy Green's certainly glad to have him back in the lineup again. Certainly changes the complexion of the Padres lineup when you look at it with Wil Myers in it.
Makes it a little deeper, especially if he comes off and right out of the gate has an impact. Does some damage early.
It's this one on the ground to shortstop. Rounding behind it is Crawford. Throws on the run and in time. So 1 down here in the first inning, and let's check out the Padres starting lineup, brought to you by your San Diego County Toyota dealers. Leading it off is Myers. He's in left field with Eric Hosmer at first base. Hunter Renfroe in right field with Christian Villanueva at third base. Jose Perella at second with Freddie Galvis at short. Manuel Margot in center field with A.J. Ellis doing the catching, batting eighth, and Tyson Ross the pitcher out of the 9 spot. A pretty good 1-2 punch for the Padres. Wil Myers leading it off, and now here is Eric Hosmer. He's jumping on that first pitch too. Well, Madison Bumgarner on the mound tonight for the Giants.
His 4th start. He is winless in 3 previous. A 28-year-old 4-time All-Star. Strikeouts are down. Velocity is down. Let's keep an eye on the breaking ball as well. Just rolling up there. If it's in the zone, speeding up the Padre batters' bats and do some damage early against the left-hander.
Hosmer fouling it back, and it's 0-2. 9 home runs for Hosmer on the year, 33 RBIs, and a .281 average coming in. Last 5 games have been pretty quiet. 4 for his last 22, hitting at .182 without an RBI in the last 5 games. And Padres all of a sudden falling on some hard times here lately. They've lost 4 straight after a very good road trip. Brief homestand of 2 games against the Oakland A's, lost both of those games, and the final 2 games in Atlanta.
Yeah, that first game against the swinging A's really hurt, and then of course the one yesterday was not pretty.
Chops it foul outside of first, and it's 1-2.
The Giants defensively playing Hosmer to pull, but a true infield. 2 on the left side, 2 on the right side.
Last rays of sunshine out there on the right field wall. It's the only place you can see it here in the ballpark right now, as it sets off to the left here at AT&T Park here in San Francisco. 1-2 again to Hosmer, and a swing and a miss. Hosmer strikes out. He goes lunging. 2 down here in the first inning.
Let's check out the Giants defense behind the left-hander Madison Bumgarner. It's brought to you by San Diego Cadillac dealers. Well, at first base, looks like he's letting the beard go a little bit. Brandon Belt, 6 errors, tied for second most in the major leagues at first base. Joe Panik at second. Brandon Crawford swinging the bat while it's short. Pablo Sandoval at third. Behind the plate, Buster Posey. In the outfield, Hanson, Hernandez, and McCutchen for the Giants.
2 down here in the first inning, and it brings up Hunter Renfroe, batting out of the 3 spot here against Bumgarner. A guy that has enjoyed great success against Bumgarner over the course of his career. In there for strike 1. Renfroe starting the night hitting at .229, 3 homers and 18 runs batted in. Even with the Padres losing 4 straight games, they have the 5th best record in the National League since May the 12th. Padres have gone 20-16 since then.
Yeah, need to get on another streak there. Play some good baseball. Get good starts, timely hitting.
Bumgarner lost his last start against the Dodgers on 3 runs in 6 innings. The Giants have lost all 3 of Bumgarner's starts this season since the beginning of last year. The Giants have lost 16 of the last 20 starts for Bumgarner. Off the end of the bat, foul over by the Padres dugout. It's time now for the weather report, brought to you by your always sunny Honda dealers of San Diego County. 61 degrees. A breeze at 16 miles per hour. And the forecast clear. We start the game without a cloud in the sky. Nope, you're not going to find one, Mud. You can look out there all you want.
I'm looking.
0. This one is in the air to shallow right, popped up. And Brandon Belt, first baseman, look out. Makes it an adventure, but makes the basket catch in short right. It's 1-2-3 first. The Giants are coming up from San Fran. Baseball brought to you by Sequan Casino. Opening in 2019 is Sequan's brand new 300-room resort and hotel. By Petco, the pet company. And by Nissan. Get to America's best sales event at Nissan for big savings today. Shop ChooseNissan.com. Back at AT&T Park in San Francisco, game 1 of a 4-game series between the Giants and the Padres. And Giants are coming up for Bruce Bochy. Alan Hansen going to lead it off for him, and in left field with Buster Posey doing the catching. Andrew McCutchen in right, Brandon Belt at first, Brandon Crawford at short with Pablo Sandoval. Joe Panik is at second base, Gorkis Hernandez in center, and Madison Bumgarner doing the pitching and batting out of the 9 spot. So Alan Hansen, one of the guys who has been filling in for the Giants with their various injuries in the infield and the outfield, and he's been very good, hitting at .314. And Bruce Bochy has him leading off.
Well, Bruce Bochy has been dealing with some injuries as well. The injury bug for Big Bo.
Couple hops out to Perella for out number 1.
Tyson Ross on the hill this evening, and he's been throwing the ball extremely well. Quality start last time out, but didn't get credit for the win. 31-year-old making his 15th start. Strike one with any pitch and avoid the barrels with that cut fastball, that slider. He quickly got ahead of Hansen there and got a quick, easy grounder for out number 1. I love the white shoes, too.
One down here in the first inning brings up Buster Posey.
He's a Cal Bear back home.
Drop in there for a strike, 1-1. Posey spending some time at first base in the absence of Brandon Belt, who had the emergency appendectomy, but is back in the lineup for the Giants. Posey back doing the catching tonight.
You still have your appendix?
I do.
So do I. How about your tonsils?
I do.
So do I.
Any more questions?
How about your spleen?
Yes, I still have spleen.
Gallbladder?
Yes.
Wow.
You?
Yeah. We got a lot in common.
Outside for ball 3. Those are kind of personal questions, don't you think?
Not really.
No.
Here's where Tyson needs to bounce back. 3-1. It's a hitter's count. Throw that pitch down and away the comfort zone.
Inside for ball 4, a 1-out walk for Buster Posey.
Tyson Ross will be working out of the stretch, and behind Tyson this evening, welcome back Wil Myers. He is in left field. The Padres defense brought to you by your San Diego County Ford dealers. In center field, Manuel Margot. In right field, Hunter Renfroe. On the infield, Villanueva, Galvis, Perella at second, Hosmer at first. Putting down the signs for Tyson Ross will be A.J. Ellis.
A long process for him coming back. Just for it to feel better is the biggest thing. And you're looking at about a month of no activity, really. No baseball kinds of activities. And that was the longest portion for him.
When you're talking oblique, I mean, that's the center, the core
of everything.
I'm a firm believer. You know, when I was growing up, it's like, oh, your legs got to be in shape. Legs, legs, legs.
Yeah.
Of course. But I believe it's the core. If you're weak in the core section, I think that plays games with the rest of your upper body and your lower body.
On the ground towards short, could be two. Galvis glove to glove, glove to hand, and then on to first base for a double play. How about that? Galvis flipped it with the glove to the bare hand of Perella on to first. We're scoreless after 1.
Made his last start in spring training, and he's getting ready to start the season. It's kind of where he's at as far as the strength and stamina. It's gotten better each start, so that's all you want. Him to continue to get stronger and get a little crisper, tighten things up with all the pitches and the command. And I think his last game he did that. It was a lot better, and so I think he's real close.
And that was Giants manager Bruce Bochy on Madison Bumgarner. Now, Bumgarner has spent some time on the disabled list this season with a hurt finger. He's only made 3 starts thus far. He's posting a 4.67 ERA. When I mentioned that to Andy Green and asked if there was any advantage to facing a pitcher, like Bochy said, that is kind of at the end of spring training as far as starts go, Andy Green said, nope, there's never a good time to face a pitcher as good as Madison Bumgarner. Don, Mudd, would you guys agree?
I don't think there's any question. This is one of the game's best when he's right.
Yeah, he's only 28 years old. That's the thing. It seems like he's been around forever, and he has been around for a long, long time, and it's paid dividends. He's a great postseason pitcher. He's proven that in those World Championships. And I think he is smart enough and he is strong enough to where, I'm not going to say reinvent himself, but as he gets older in his career, learn how to get hitters out, because he's not going to really throw as hard as he did when he was a youngster. So there's got to be other ways that you could try to get hitters out.
That has been one of the things that's been discussed. The velocity has not been there for him so far.
And like Bruce Bochy said, it takes some time in spring training to get used to getting out there and building up that arm strength and getting that release point down. Maybe the breaking ball will have more depth and tilt to it.
On the ground to third baseman Pablo Sandoval. He's throwing plenty of time to get Villanueva. Let's take a look at the keys to the game, brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers.
Well, one of them was trying to rattle the big left-hander. Bummer for Mad Bum in the Bay Area, and then Tyson continues to tame the Giants. ...2018 for Tyson this year, 1-0, a .75 ERA, only 1 earned run in 12 innings for the Cal Bear.
First pitch strike to Jose Perella. 269 with a home run, 23 runs batted in into his 76th game of 77 that the Padres played in. I just thought of something that I had out that you may not have. Wisdom teeth, you got them?
Got mine taken out too.
Awesome.
We're a match made in heaven.
To short, Crawford's throw is in time. And Perella is retired, 2 down. So we're still in sync.
Yeah. I'll think of something.
Hamate bone?
Still have my hamate.
I do too. I never had it out. I
Awesome.
should have had it out though. You need it to announce.
Do you still have your ulnar collateral ligament in your arm?
I do.
I do too.
5 in a row retired by Bumgarner to start the night. 2 down here in the second. And it brings up Freddie Galvis. Popped up, shallow right, out goes panic second baseman, going to give way, and McCutchen takes over. It's a 1-2-3 inning, scoreless from San Fran.
Loves the fastball. Check out the location of the fastball. It's just not one area. Up and in, he can get to it. In, thigh high, he can spin on it and do some damage. How about this one? Outer half of the plate, still pull. He likes to get that ball out in front. Tyson Ross, on the other hand, has the cut fastball. He's got that true slider. Let's see if, in fact, if he does throw him a four-seam fastball, if it's up and out of the zone, something he can't attack with. So versus the fastball, 348 average. Against the slider, not so much, 235.
On the ground foul outside of first, and Belt down 0-2.
Now that last pitch, for instance, that was in an area where we saw him hit a home run, but it was a cutter and had some movement in, avoiding the barrel. Not much that Belt could do with that last pitch.
Takes it the other way, but foul down towards the bullpen area for the Giants.
See how defensive that swing was? Fastball away from Belt. He's very conscious of the fastball in. Likes to turn on it.
Fouls this one off down the left field line, and into the seats. First of 4 between the Padres and the Giants tonight in San Francisco. Crowd settling in on a cool night tonight in San Francisco. Started at 61 degrees. Belt, Crawford, and Sandoval expected in the inning. And Tyson Ross working in a tandem night with A.J. Ellis. Ross 5-4 coming in individually, 3.51 earned run average. His 15th start of the year. Another foul and a good battle going on here between Tyson Ross and Brandon Belt. Highest slugging percentage with 2 strikes. Mookie Betts on top of that category. Jesus Aguilar and Brandon Belt.
That tells me a guy is short and quick to the baseball, good discipline in the strike zone, can foul off good pitches.
Sends this one a shallow left. Myers coming in and will make the running catch below the cap high. So Brandon Belt retired, first out of the 2nd inning. Good battle, but Ross wins it. Took a while, but he got the job done.
Wasn't it Belt earlier in the year that had the 21 pitch at bat and ultimately flew out to right?
That's the
Angels, right?
I believe.
Yeah.
In Anaheim.
That's right.
And Crawford checks in at 315, 8 homers, 32 runs batted in. That's in the number 5 spot for the Giants. Popped up down the left field line. Long run from Myers at the line. He'll get there for out number 2. Had to go a long way to get over there to grab that. Myers made the first 2 catches of the bottom of the 2nd inning.
You know what I was concerned about? Those bullpen mounds out there. I thought that Wil was going to have to go a little farther into foul territory and deal with those. You go full bore and then you run into those. Huh.
You're dealing with a lot of stuff.
A dirt sandwich. Keeps his eye on the ball here. Flash look. There are the mounds. In fair territory.
Strike 1 into Pablo Sandoval. He's played some second for the Giants. And back to his more familiar third base tonight. Chases that elevated fastball at 94 miles an hour. 281, 6 homers, and 25 runs batted in for Sandoval. This in his 2nd stint with the Giants.
He's a cult hero here, man.
Yeah, he is. The Panda. Chop back towards Ross, who fields and throws for out number 3 of the 2nd inning. Play 2 without a score from AT&T Park in San Francisco. Inning back in San Francisco. It's the bottom third of the Padres order coming up. And Wil Myers, A.J. Ellis, and Tyson Ross to face Madison Bumgarner. He's retired the first 6 Padres he's faced in the game. And grooves a strike into Wil Myers. Start things here in the 3rd inning. 30 starts for Bumgarner in his career against the Padres. This one laced a fair ball down the left field line towards the left field corner. Alan Hansen over to grab it, but into second base with a leadoff double goes Wil Myers. First hit of the night for the Padres is an extra base hit for Margot.
We know that Madison Bumgarner likes to stay out of the heart of the plate. That's when he's most effective. What does he like to do? He likes to throw that slider, that fastball in. And I think hitters are aware of that, but it's not in enough. And it's just that little bit. It's that little bit, Donnie, that catches the inside part of the plate or maybe off the plate just a little bit. Manuel does a great job of getting his hands through, keeping that ball fair between Sandoval and the pillow for the double.
Well, good start here to the 3rd inning as Margot at second base. A.J. Ellis standing in on the right side. Ellis has had a very good year at the plate. Hitting at .321 coming into tonight's game with a home run, 9 runs batted in, and .404 on base percentage. That's in there for a strike.
Well, that was 82. Looked pretty straight. I don't know whether Bumgarner's maybe mixing in a BP fastball or if that was a true changeup. The reason why I ask is because it really didn't have a lot of movement to it.
Check swing foul over by the Padres dugout there. Housed on the first base side here at AT&T Park. Double by Margot starts his 3rd inning. A.J. Ellis and then the pitcher Tyson Ross, who's waiting on deck here to face Bumgarner. Time call. Took a long time to figure out what he wanted to throw. Bluff off the backside, no throw. Did you ever have braces?
I did.
I did not.
That's
where it ends.
You had to go there.
Yep. Should have. Never did.
Yeah, you got snaggles all over the place.
Swing and a miss, and Ellis strikes out.
There's that slider down and in.
It's time now for our Valley View Casino trivia question.
Love it.
Madison Bumgarner has allowed 23 home runs to the Padres, more than any other opponent. Which current Padres have hit a home run versus Bumgarner? Tweet us your answers by the end of the inning using hashtag Valley View Trivia.
You have your adenoids?
I don't even know what an adenoid is.
It's in your sinuses, like.
Oh, I should probably have those out.
Yeah.
Have you had them out?
No, I still got them.
I think mine are clogged. Tyson Ross 3 for 25 at the plate. Broken any major bones? I broke
Clavicle?
My ankle.
Clavicle for me.
I rolled my ankle. Two 2-0. Ross at 120 on the year. He can hit a little bit though here and can help out himself. And 1 out, a runner at second.
You know, the way the defense is playing, look at Manny Margot at second base, in right field. McCutcheon's shading that right field line. Tyson could put it in the right center field gap now.
Really strange to see a lot of off-speed pitches here from Madison Bumgarner.
Well, when you don't have the velocity you once had, and that goes back to what I was saying earlier, somewhat reinventing yourself to get hitters out.
It's like a different guy.
Yeah.
Here's 90.
Now, has it happened before in the past? Absolutely. Guys have pitched 15, 20 years. You know, remember Trevor Hoffman, I always like to use him as an example. When he first came up to the big leagues, he was touching 96, upper 90s. As time went on, he lost velocity of the fastball, and that's when he came with the pinpoint control, and of course the changeup was devastating.
Ross pops it up right side of the infield, and it'll be the second baseman, Joe Panic. 2 down here in the third inning. Top of the order, Wil Myers coming up here, second time through now for Madison Bumgarner. Myers in his return, grounded out to shortstop in the first inning, 0 for 1. Go double to begin the inning, still out there at second base with 2 down. Bumgarner has brought it to a complete halt here in between pitches. Trying to get out of this jam in the top of the third inning. Myers will take another strike. That one just picks up the outside corner.
You know, the one thing Bumgarner still has going for him, if you don't have the velocity or the sharp breaking ball quite yet, is that deception in the delivery. Remember, he throws across his body from the left side, goes over towards the third base side of that pitcher's plate, but yet lands towards the first base side.
34 pitches, 24 of them for strikes. And ahead 0-2.
Kind of that crossfire look, you know.
Series of injuries, and they've taken their toll here, I think, on Madison Bumgarner.
You know, when you play at this level and you have been up at this level since a young age like Bumgarner has been, you know, this game, the grind, it takes its toll on the body.
Two and two. On deck is Eric Hosmer. Padres batting in the top of the third inning in a scoreless contest. Crowd coming to life here. 2 strikes on the batter. Myers strikes out. Third strikeout for Bumgarner. Padres threaten but do not score. Scoreless.
RBI Baseball 18. RBI Baseball 18 delivers an all-new franchise mode and much more. RBI Baseball 18 is available now. Learn more at rbigame.com. Rated E for everyone.
Bottom of the third inning, and Joe Panic leading it off here for the Giants. 239 average for Panic coming in. 3 homers and 8 runs batted in. 41st game he's been in. He's 31 games. Underwent left thumb surgery at the end of April to repair a torn ligament. Down 1-2.
I've never torn my ligament in my thumb. Have you?
Nope. Got no torn ligaments anywhere.
How about frayed labrum in your throwing shoulder?
You know, I may have that, but I've never had surgery for it.
I had surgery for that.
Switch off to third. Villanueva rounds behind it, throws on the run and in time. Nice play. Joe Panic retired 5-3. Christian Villanueva getting the job done down there at third base.
I'm always amazed at position players that are going away from the base they're going to throw to and then throw with accuracy. Here's the chopper. And Villanueva positions himself to where he kind of tries to come straight in, you know, before the ball is caught. Try to at least try to get your momentum going towards home plate, so it's not like you're thrown way off balance. But look at that, right to the head of Eric Hosmer at first base.
One down for Gurkis Hernandez. He started center field, has 8 home runs, batting out of the 8th spot for the Giants. I lost all my baby teeth at once. I took a hockey puck in the mouth.
Did you really?
Yeah. And I went to the emergency room with the puck still in my mouth. A lot of teeth were halved and missed a bunch of the front ones. Did you have that happen? No.
No, I've never lost a chiclet due to an injury.
Yep. Check swing didn't go. Checking with Brian Knight, the umpire down there at first.
That was close though. That was a close one. Have you ever worn a hair hat?
No, but I'd like to. I told you, one of these spring trainings, I'm going to show up with plugs. You're not even going to recognize me. I'm going to start the hair right above my eyebrow. 2-2 is softly lined and caught by Perella. Ball was just slicing back at him. 2 down.
Hernandez trying to inside out that one and fight it through that hole on the right side.
Two down here in the third. It brings up Madison Bumgarner. 0 for 7 so far at the plate.
This guy could do some damage now. You got to be careful.
Most career home runs, active pitchers. Madison Bumgarner's got 17 home runs.
Wow.
Swing and a miss, and Bumgarner with a big cut there.
That's a good swing.
Just wondering, the major league record for home runs by a pitcher, Wes Farrell.
Wes Farrell, yeah, Cleveland Indians, right?
38. 1927 and 1941, and not this time. Bumgarner strikes out. First K for Tyson Ross, ends the third. To the fourth we go without a score. The Pet Company. And by Cadillac. Visit your San Diego Cadillac dealers today. And by Hyundai. Get a great deal, more than a great deal, on all new Hyundai vehicles. See your Hyundai dealer today. Back in San Francisco, ready to go in the 4th inning as Madison Bumgarner gets ready. Time now to answer our Valley View Casino trivia question. Madison Bumgarner has allowed 23 home runs to the Padres, more than any other opponent. Which current Padres have hit a home run versus Bumgarner? I know Hunter Renfroe is 1. A.J. Ellis has got 2. Myers, Spangenberg, and Caesar with the other home runs off Bumgarner of the current edition of the San Diego Padres. Eric Hosmer going to lead it off here in the 4th inning. Hosmer struck out swinging in the 1st inning, 1 of 3 Ks for Bumgarner on the night. Grounded back to Bumgarner off the 3rd base side. He'll throw off balance, but in time to get Hosmer. Good fielding pitcher as well.
Looked like Eric kind of pulled off that one a little bit, plus a little cut action maybe away from him, though. So hence off the end of the bat, and Bumgarner fielding his position nicely.
1 down here in the 4th, and it brings up Hunter Renfroe. Renfroe popped out to first base in the 1st, 0 for 1. How great is this weather after our all humidity tour we were on last trip?
Don, I've said this all along. I love this city. I love everything about it. Give me 65, give me 62 every day.
It's cooler in areas though here tonight with the breeze. But I'll take this over where were we? Miami, St. Louis, and Atlanta.
Yeah.
It was all really hot, very humid. This is to Renfroe, bats for the 2nd time.
Heavy on the left side versus Renfroe.
And Joe Panic moving over there. Strike 2.
Keep an eye on the velocity. 90, 91-ish from Madison Bumgarner. A lot of grunting going on as well from the left-hander.
Sounds like Jake Peavy.
Yeah.
2-2. And that just missed. Off the outside edge. Full count here to Renfroe.
Trying to backdoor a breaking ball there, and that's why I think you've got 3 heavy on the left side. Why? Because the breaking ball into the right-hander, it's going to speed up his bat. Chance to start to hit on the ground. You want to be heavy on that left side.
That's strike 3. Renfroe thought he had ball 4, but gets bad news from Jerry Davis. 4th strikeout for Bumgarner, and Hunter didn't think so.
Dicing and slicing both sides of the plate. Let's check it out. Ooh, he got a call there.
2 down here in the 4th inning, and it brings up Christian Villanueva. Grounded out to 3rd base in the 2nd inning. 0 for 1. Pops it up. It'll send Panic, 2nd baseman, out to shallow center. That'll end the top of the 4th inning. Played 3.5 without a score from San Fran.
3 great games coming your way tomorrow. All kicks off as Neymar and Brazil face off with Costa Rica. 4 a.m. Pacific. Oh yeah, I'll be up for that one on FS1. 4 a.m. Pacific. Then head over to Fox for a pair of big matchups starting at 7 a.m. We're streaming it all live on the Fox Sports app. Tell you what, man, Iceland, ooh, they're good. They got some good strikers on that club.
You don't know anything about Iceland. Nothing.
Reykjavik is the capital.
That's the extent of what you know about
That's where Bobby
Iceland.
Fischer went and did some serious chess play up there back in the day.
Top of the order for the Giants, leading it off here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Did you know that Iceland and Greenland were named differently to throw off the opposition, the Vikings?
I was unaware of that fact until just now.
Greenland is ice, and Iceland is very green and beautiful. Did you know that?
I had no idea. So they misnamed them just to throw off the Vikings?
Yeah, to throw off the the enemy. You're shaking your head. Like,
No, I'm just, it's amazing the knowledge you have.
sorry about it.
Sorry about being well-rounded.
Yeah.
2-2. On the ground, softly hit towards Pirella. Underhanded in time to get Hansen. So 1 down here in the 4th inning. Time now for the Lowe's whole team together. Giants 276 home batting average. Some of the guys that lead in that category on the Giants: Posey, Bell, Crawford, Hundley, Jackson. Second highest home average in the majors, actually in the National League.
And it goes to show you what Tyson Ross has done to counter with that. Only 1 walk issued. He has faced the minimum up to this point.
And slowly hit towards third, barehanded and in time. Nicely done by Villanueva. Posey does not run terribly well. He had time to make that play and did. 2 down.
That's the one thing Christian Villanueva and all the infielders know. When Buster Posey puts it in play, you've got time. Another good play by Christian at third base tonight. This the bare hand variety. Everything in sync there.
So 2 down here in the 4th inning. Andrew McCutcheon grounded into a double play in the 1st inning. After a walk, Buster Posey. And McCutcheon this year, the breakdown started very slowly with his new team, the Giants. May was better, and June so far the best. Weird not to see him in a Pirates uniform. It's like Bruce Bochy's San Francisco Giants uniform for the first time. Ball and 2 strikes to McCutcheon. And 2 outs here in the home half of the 4th inning. Popped up foul off to the right out of play. It's time for the Kia drive to success. Under McCutcheon up there. Most hits in June. Talked about his best month so far in a Giants uniform. Got 24 of them. Paul Goldschmidt, who's come around after a very slow start. 30 in the month for the Diamondbacks. I think they get more stuff on that ship out there.
Oh my goodness gracious! Look at the containers.
I don't think you could.
And I love containers. There's something about I love containers. On the way to Terranea in the offseason for the seminars,
yeah.
I always give Mike Connolly
Long Beach.
Yeah, with Fox. I go, Mike, did you see all the containers? That's amazing.
More stuff on that boat going by. I mean, there's no more stuff.
That.
It's too much stuff. That's going to be ball 4 on a 3-2 pitch, and McCutcheon's aboard. Second walk allowed by Ross.
Somewhere on that ship, there's a pair of sunglasses being shipped from like overseas somewhere that's going to end up in someone's mailbox in the next day or two.
It's unbelievable.
It is incredible. What in the Captain Phillips is going on out there?
Cutchin at first, 2 down, and Brandon Belt, the batter. Padres in a shift on the right side.
Let's see if he gets a healthy dose of breaking stuff.
This is a shift with Perella in short right.
Something he can hit on the ground.
Lines one to center. Margot coming in. That's going to fall for a base hit. First hit of the night for the San Francisco Giants comes with 2 outs in the 4th inning, and get something going here with 2 down now. Runners at first and second.
That's fighting one off, going the opposite way. That's getting the hands through. And Tyson missed with location. That could have been much worse at 92. That ball was right down the middle. And we know the damage we just showed you a couple innings ago, the damage that Belt can do on fastballs in the zone. Well, station to station here with 2 outs. And here comes another Giant that's been swinging the bat well.
Popped up. Shallow right. Perella ducks back on the short lawn and right to make the catch. It gets Ross out of a 2-out jam. We head to the 5th without a score from San Francisco.
A photo or video with hashtag Hats Off for Heroes. For each post, T-Mobile will donate $1 to support veterans.
Back in San Francisco without a score to the 5th inning we go. Cool night here tonight in San Fran. It is a great night tonight so far weather-wise. Watching the boats go by and watching some good pitching here into the 5th. Jose Perella leading it off and taking strike 1. Second look at Madison Bumgarner tonight. He grounded out to short in the 2nd inning. On the ground up the middle and into center field. Perella's got the second Padres hit. Wide turn at first, and he will retrace his steps. Always goes hard around that bag at first. You never know. He'll take advantage of any kind of bobble, anything that goes on out there. He's ready to go, but does that every time.
And that's something you can do each and every time you get a base hit. Put pressure on that defense, as Don mentioned. One little bobble. If you go out, you can go a third of the way past first base. You can go that far. If there's that one little bobble, you've got time to get back. You see daylight, bang, you can go to second base.
Freddie Galvis bunted at it for strike 1. Trying to drop it down. Last 5 games, 9 for 19 out of 5 for 5 mixed in there too. 5-hit game against the Atlanta Braves. Popped up foul off to the right out of play. Down 0-2. To left field, Hansen coming in and makes the catch. Almost overran that. Had to throw the brakes on and then reach up and make the grab for the first out. Now Bumgarner, whose numbers incredible first 3 years. We look back over the last 5 seasons. Injuries on the field, off the field, taking place the last 2 years have led to these numbers. But how about 226 2/3 innings? Kind of a lost art now in the majors, going over 200 innings, and he did it the first 3 with great results. 18, 18, and 15 in the win column.
Yeah, have we seen the best of Madison Bumgarner? Probably in the years past, you bet. But once again, it gets back to spotting the fastball. If you lose velocity, I think that's one thing I've picked up tonight. I think he's changing speeds on his fastball.
To me, the most amazing stat for Bumgarner, and you mentioned it earlier, you touched on it. The World Series record is incredible. This one to right field, and it is going to get down and one hop the wall. Perella motoring around the bases, will be stopped at third, runs through the stop sign. Here comes the throw, and he will be out.
Wow.
Jerry Davis calls him out. He went wide around Posey, trying to get in with the left hand. Literally stopped at third base by Glenn Hoffman, but ran through the stop sign and is out.
Don, Glenn Hoffman put up that stop sign well before he was at third base. Hand is up right there. And he ran that stop sign, write him a ticket, and that punishment is being thrown out at home plate. Wow. You know, there's no excuse for that. Glenn put it up well ahead of time. He was 5 strides from third base, and he had the stop sign up. That hurts.
So 2 down, and Margot at second base. A.J. Ellis will be intentionally walked here.
You know what else you should credit? Even though it was a base running mistake, Andrew McCutchen played that carom in right field with the bare hand and quickly got it back in towards the infield. It wasn't like with the glove and then hand and then throw.
First and second, 2 down, and coming up is Tyson Ross. Ross, first time up, popped out to second base. And a swing and a miss for a strike 1. Swung over the top of that.
That's a big run he raced right there. Should be second and third. 1 out.
Ross takes strike 2. Go at second, Ellis at first. 2 outs here in the 5th inning. Center fielder Gorkis Hernandez over towards right center, a step or 2. And a swing and a miss. Bumgarner with a strikeout of Ross to end things in the top of the 5th inning. Halfway through without a score. top tier play brought to you by Arco. It's a very good defense tonight for the Padres. Freddie Galvis starting that double play from the glove to the bare hand of Perella onto first base. And coming from third base, Christian Villanueva on the run. And in time with a nice running play, kind of do or die there.
Yeah, when you've got a pitcher's duel happening right before your very own eyes, you got to have some good defense to keep it 0-0. And Tyson Ross is getting, as my partner would say, a little help from his friends. That's good to see.
Last of the 5th inning, and it's Pablo Sandoval is going to lead it off here for the Giants. Sandoval getting his second look at Tyson Ross. Grounded out, back to the pitcher, first time up. 3-game hitting streak coming in for Sandoval, 4 for 10 with a home run mixed in. Sandoval, Panic, and Hernandez featured here in the 5th inning for San Francisco. Fouled off to the left, out of play. In the air down the left field line. Long run from Myers, but that'll head foul. Off a fan down there, then into fair ground, but a foul ball off the bat of Sandoval.
There's a Panda fan.
A lot of those Panda hats around here. Used to be a lot more.
Yeah, they had to break him out, didn't they? When he was gone for a while.
Back up the middle into center field, and a base hit for Sandoval. Starts things here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Good 2-strike hitting by Pablo Sandoval there, going right back up the center of the diamond. And you like to see that. Look, that was his intent. Did you see the back end there? Just poking that ball up the middle. Not a big follow through.
So lead runner on here for the first time in this game for the Giants. And it brings up Joe Panic. Into the lip of the grass at third is Christian Villanueva. And this is sent down the right field line, and that is going to land fair. Heads into the right field corner. Sandoval making his way around. They're going to try and score him. No. They'll stop him at third base on a double by Joe Panic at second and third with nobody out now for the Giants.
Second time around, bottom of the order, Sandoval and Panic. Good 2-strike approach by Sandoval. Panic early in the count. First pitch offering just kept that ball fair out in front of it. And Ron Wotus, the third base coach for the Giants, want to try to create a big inning here. Crooked number, nobody out. Keep those runners at second and third.
2 on, nobody out, and Gorkys Hernandez coming up. Giants have threatened now in back-to-back innings. High slugging percentage against curves and sliders. Hernandez top 6 in that category, 608.
Well, that tells me he's a hitter that likes the ball down, right? Let's see if Tyson Ross trying to work down and away. That was a nice pitch there, down to over the heart of the plate. Now this brings up an interesting little fact. You know, the strength of Tyson Ross is that cutter slider, right? Well, Gorkys Hernandez looks like he's got the success against off-speed pitches like that. Tyson likes to throw that slider cutter anytime. Let's see if he can beat him in his own game here, get a grounder. Keep those runners at second and third.
Elevated, didn't chase at the 92-mile-an-hour fastball. Sandoval at third, Panic at second with nobody out here in the Giants' fifth inning. On the ground to Galvis, who look the runners back and throw to first for the out. Nice play. Hernandez retired 6-3 for the first out here at the bottom of the fifth.
Freddie to his left. Flashing the guante. There's the grounder. Check the runner. Freeze him. 6-3 for the putout. Third of the way there for Tyson Ross.
One down, second and third, and Madison Bumgarner the batter. Struck out swinging in the third inning, 0 for 1. Tyson Ross did not allow a hit until there were 2 outs in the fourth inning. A single by Brandon Belt. Now he's given up 3 hits in the last 2 innings, including a single and a double to begin this inning. Two and 0. Infield in here, not all the way in to the lip of the grass. Halfway on the right side. Part of that is because Sandoval doesn't have great speed. Swing and a miss, and it's 2-1. Even on contact back there, you have a chance to get Sandoval at the plate. Buys yourself some more room with which to work as well. There's Sandoval at third. Panic is at second.
You know, that contact play can help you, can hurt you. The high chopper, yeah, that's the good part. The one that's the one hopper right at one of the infielders, that's a hang with them, and that's the chance you take on the contact play. If in fact the Giants were to put it on here.
In the air to left field. Myers gets himself set. So does Sandoval. Myers makes the catch. Here comes Sandoval. It is cut off, and the Giants strike first on top 1-0. Sac fly for the pitcher, Madison Bumgarner. Giants on top 1-0.
Well, I think one of the things Tyson Ross would say regarding that at bat is that, you know, I just threw too many pitches to Madison Bumgarner. I fell behind. And even though it's the pitcher, the guy can hit. It was a hitter's count for a kid who can hit. 3-1. Got a fastball away, got extended and deep enough to get the sac fly, get the run home.
Two down, Panic at second base, top of the order, Alan Hansen. It's his third look at Tyson Ross. Grounded out to second base in the first, did the same thing in the fourth. Jose Perel up to the task both times. Popped up, foul ground. Ellis and Hosmer, and look out, it's Ellis who makes the catch in front of Hosmer. That'll end the inning and in foul ground. But the Giants pick up a run to the 6th on top 1-0 San Francisco.
Trevor Hoffman's enshrinement into the Baseball Hall of Fame has begun. As we head towards the induction on Sunday, July 29th, we'll be sharing special moments throughout Trevor's life and career every day on both Padres Live, the pregame and postgame show. It's going to be an exciting time in upstate New York for number 51. First closer to 600 saves in Major League Baseball history. Career 2.87 ERA.
Now Bumgarner working with a lead for the first time as Myers fouls it off. Will has grounded to short and struck out his return. Bumgarner very economical so far in the night. This is pitch 57. And it's a strike over the outside corner. 5 strikeouts. His walk one, that was intentionally walking A.J. Ellis last inning. So far only giving up 3 hits. 2 have been extra base hits, and they both belong to Manuel Margot. There's 2 doubles in this game.
How valuable is Bumgarner when he is not active in the rotation for the Giants? Well, the Giants are 59 and 76 when he is on the DL. I'd say that's a pretty integral part of your rotation, no doubt.
I want to talk about his World Series record, and that's what really jumps out at me. What does a guy do on that kind of stage? 4-0 with a 0.25 earned run average.
And it's not like he's just thrown like 8 or 10 innings, right?
No, 36 innings. He's given up 1 run.
Yeah.
36 World Series innings, 1 run. Two and 2.
That was quite a run. Unbelievable if you think about it, right? 10, 12, and 14.
That was 1-0, 10, 12, 1-0, and then 14 he was 2-0. Swing and a miss. Myers down by way of the K for the second time tonight. 6 strikeouts for Bumgarner. 1 down here in the 6th inning.
Staying out of the heart of the plate with the fastball and putting a wrinkle when he's ahead. This has got that cut action, slider if you will, at 84. That's exactly where he needs to be.
One down in the 6th inning. It brings up Eric Hosmer. Hosmer 0 for 2. Struck out swinging in the 1st inning. Grounded back to the mound in the 4th inning.
That first pitch to Eric, marked it down in my book. Fastball at 92. See how deep he goes into this game, and if he goes back to 92, or like I said earlier, he's throwing fastballs at 87, 88. That's pinpoint control there, isn't it?
85.
Curveball.
And it's lifted in the air to left center field. Gorkis Hernandez gets over and makes the catch. 2 down.
Arco, quality top-tier gas for less.
2 outs in the 6th inning, and it brings up Hunter Renfroe. 0 for 2 in the game, has popped out to first base. Last time struck out looking. One of the 6 strikeouts in the game for Giants left-hander. Popped up foul off to the right out of play, and it evens at 1-1. The Giants looking to win their third straight game for the first time since the beginning of the month. Won 5 in a row. May 30th through June the 4th. They got a tough schedule coming up. Against Colorado, Arizona, Colorado again, then they'll take on the Cardinals and the Cubs during their next stretch. And they play great baseball here. They're 21-12. And the Phillies better in the National League. Ground ball down to Sandoval at third base. Renfro is out number 3 at the top of the 6th inning. The Giants have a 1-0 lead. All right, Mike, thanks very much as we play along here to the bottom of the 6th inning. Padres trail the Giants 1-0, and Tyson Ross back on the mound again. 71 pitches deep into his outing. 2, 3, and 4 featured for San Francisco, and this is the mark and the catcher as well. Buster Posey has walked and grounded out to third base.
You know, the guys back at home were talking about the Yankees and their offense, and it's a tough club to beat, no doubt about it, but their bullpen the last 20 games. 5 wins, they've saved 10 games. .89 ERA in 61 innings. Oh, they've been lovely.
1-2 pitch. Posey chops it towards short. Galvis for out number 1 at the bottom of the 6th inning. So 1 down, and that'll bring up Andrew McCutcheon.
That's a good sign. The grounder off the bat of Buster Posey. Late action, depth on the pitch, and he was out in front of it a little bit too. And that's what will happen. That barrel of the bat will roll over the top of that pitch.
McCutcheon bounced into a 6-4-3 double play in the first inning and walked in the 4th inning. McCutcheon breaking into the big leagues in 2009 with the Pirates. Hit 31 home runs back in 2012. The drives this to center. Margot back there to make the catch shy of the track for out number 2. 8 home runs so far this year for the Giants. Sends that one out towards deep left center, but 2 outs in the 6th. They'll bring up Brandon Belt. Single to center field his last time up. Both teams with 3 hits in this game. It's the Giants with a run. Padres have won 16 of 26 games over the last 2 years against the Giants. This is foul just outside of first.
You know, I get my years mixed up, but was it last year where the Padres started out 9-0 against the Giants?
Last year or 2 years ago?
See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
The years.
Yeah, the year before last, going to the All-Star break, the Giants were doing great, and then all of a sudden, after the All-Star break, the Padres swept them in a series at Petco Park. They've not been the same since.
Yeah. Got a call there.
Injuries have been a big problem for Bruce Bochy's squad coming in. They're a game under 500 at 37-38. 4 games back to start the night of the Diamondbacks in the NL West. Another problem has been the not so great play by Pence, Jackson, 2 guys they're relying on heavily.
Hunter Strickland out for punching a wall.
Yep, that hurts.
Literally.
Yes.
Broke his pinky.
Swinging a foul tip held onto by A.J. Ellis for strike 3. Second strikeout for Tyson Ross ends the 6th inning. We played 6 from AT&T Park in San Francisco. The Giants have a 1-0 lead. had been coming into this game 0-2 with a 4.67 earned run average, has been terrific tonight. So 69 pitches through the first 6 at 6 Ks. Then Jose Pirela runs through a stop sign by Glenn Hoffman at third base and is thrown out at the plate. Difference in this game, a sac fly to left field off the bat of Madison Bumgarner scoring. Pablo Sandoval, the game's only run with the Giants on top 1-0. That run coming in the bottom of the 5th inning. It's to the 7th we go, and Christian Villanueva to lead it off.
Yeah, the one that bugs me about that is running through the stop sign. Glenn Hoffman, and I mentioned it at the time, but he had the stop sign up. You know, like when the school bus stops on the street and the driver gets out with the stop sign to stop traffic? That's Glenn Hoffman did everything but that. And
he was up a long time.
He was up about 5 strides from third base, and he did not even break stride.
It's almost like he wasn't looking at it.
Yeah, ran right through it. It's like a $450 ticket.
One of the game's best.
Yep.
One to Villanueva. Off the end of the bat, foul over by the Padres dugout. Villanueva tonight has grounded out to third and popped out to second. To third, and Sandoval, who's guarding the line, throws good, and that's out number 1 of the 7th inning.
Tell you what, if Pablo Sandoval can get to it, he's very athletic. Don't let his size fool you. That is an athletic kid right there. He's in a good athletic position there. That ball hooking. See how he positioned himself, one knee. That's great technique. And he shows off the hose there too. Pretty good arm still for Pablo.
One down here in the 7th brings up Jose Pirela. Trying to atone for his mistake earlier in the game, running through the stop sign. And he's got a hit tonight, single in the 5th inning. One and one to Pirela. You looking up what it costs to run through a stop sign?
Well, a ticket for rolling through. He didn't roll.
No, that was a full.
Yeah, that wasn't a California roll. That was straight.
It.
Yeah. It's like $4.90.
Wow. Are you going to issue that citation to Jose Pirela after the game? Get down to the clubhouse, hand him a ticket?
You know what? Seriously, if I was his teammate, that would be probably something that I would do.
You would probably do that
to make light of the.
I believe that. He may have gone. They check no, says Brian Knight, first base umpire. Is a crossover to the reckless driving area? Reckless running?
There wasn't anybody really in his way. Nobody got hurt except the score. But it would have been second and third with 1 out.
Right.
You got A.J. Ellis coming up, right?
2-2 pitch coming here to Pirela with 1 down. Back to the mound. Bumgarner at the base of the hill. 2 down.
This copyright telecast is presented by the authority of the San Diego Padres and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres.
And a runner will not run through the stop sign.
Correct.
Or you'll be issued a citation.
Traffic school.
2 down in the 7th for Freddie Galvis.
Have you ever been to traffic school?
I have.
Me too.
Yeah. Galvis popped out to second base, lined out to left. Jose Castillo makes his way down to the Padres pen, and with the first action we've seen in this game for either side.
I'll tell you what, he's a big kid. For the first time, the first time when he was up, then he came back up and I passed him in the clubhouse. Jose Castillo is a big kid.
Bounces in, bounces away. A total of 83 pitches through the first 6 innings for Tyson Ross. And just the 1 run. He's only given up 3 hits. No support tonight to this point for Tyson.
And in between innings, I went over to talk to Dwayne Kuiper and Mike Krukow, and they said this is the best he has looked. And as Bruce Bochy said, he's still kind of like, you know, spring training mode. This is the best that he's thrown.
Strike on the corner, and that didn't appear to be a strike.
He's pitching his heart out, Tyson Ross. We got ourselves a pitcher's duel.
Foul down the third baseline towards the Giants dugout. Six strikeouts in the game for Madison Bumgarner. He's walked only 1, and that was intentionally put on A.J. Ellis in the 5th to get to Tyson. Swing and a miss, gets a long way away from Buster Posey though, and Galvis will reach at first base with 2 down. So a strikeout and a wild pitch, and Galvis will reach at first base.
Looked like it was a breaking ball, a slider, or a curveball. Looks like a big curveball at 76, but bounces out in front of home plate. Buster Posey tries to get in front of it, not even close. Live baseball, and Freddie is aboard.
So a base runner with 2 down, 7 strikeouts now for Bumgarner, but it's going to take a 4th out to get out of this inning. And a pop up off the bat of Margot down the right field line. McCutchen in to make the catch that ends the top of the 7th. 7th inning stretch. Giants on top 1-0.
Well, the slider of Tyson Ross, that'll make you smile. Why? Because he avoids the barrel of the bat against these Giants tonight. He has 2 strikeouts. You notice when he throws the slider and the ball is put in play, how the Giant hitters are out in front of it a little bit, reaching all bat, right? Nothing behind it. It's because it's the late movement. And as I mentioned, 2 strikeouts tonight. The last one against Brandon Belt. He likes the fastball. We showed you that earlier. He's got some pop with fastballs in the zone. Tyson countering with that slider. Back door for the strikeout to Brandon Belt.
Here's the out distribution for Tyson Ross. 2 Ks, 9 ground out, 7 in the air. And a strike over the outside corner to Brandon Crawford. Leads it off here in the Giants' 7th inning. Crawford 0 for 2 has flied out to left and popped out to second. Wil Myers, the center fielder, over towards left center. Lots of green grass out in right center. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. Third strikeout for Tyson Ross. Closed the 6th inning by striking out Brandon Belt. Opens the 7th by striking out Brandon Crawford.
This will also make you smile. This is the cut fastball in the outer half of the plate. Late movement, all upper body swing by Brandon Crawford. The pinpoint control from the right-hander. Big first out here in the Giants' 7th.
Pablo Sandoval takes strike 1. Grounded back to the mound in the 2nd. Singled and scored the game's only run in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Six in a row retired by the right-hander. Not a miss outside. Hey, thanks for introducing me to your buddy.
One of my favorite artists of all time.
Huey Lewis in the house.
Yep, and to Huey's right on the left there is Bill Gibson, the drummer of Huey Lewis in the News. Is sitting with President Larry Baer there with the Giants, but always been a big fan. Sports album, golf, you know, early 80s. That was right in my wheelhouse.
Yeah,
mid 80s, right?
That screams you.
Power of Love, Coal Mine. I can go on and on and on.
Foul back the screen, still 2-2.
Feel good music, right?
Absolutely.
Great stuff from Huey Lewis in the News. But his drummer, Bill Gibson, I talked to him before the game. He's on the left, one of the original founding members of the band, along with Huey. So he's been with him through the long haul, which I think is pretty darn cool.
Fly ball, center field. Go back there a few steps. And there are 2 outs in the inning.
I mean, you know, back in the day when you went out clubbing, I know you
really
did.
never did.
You know, and you heard Huey Lewis come on. I mean, you
Yeah.
just got your feet going, and you just started getting with the rhythm. And
I mean, I see Huey Lewis and I think you. I mean,
do you really?
Yeah, that. Randy Newman's in there too, probably for you.
I like Randy Newman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you introducing
Oh, you're
me to
welcome.
him today. It was very nice.
He probably wouldn't know me if I walked by him in a hallway and just whatever, but I've met him like 4 times. Once when I was playing, twice when I was playing, once here at AT&T Park years ago, and then I saw him in a restaurant in San Diego. The wintertime he lives in San Diego, North County, way up
I
north.
didn't know that.
Yeah. In fact, he was very close to Dwight Clark.
To left center field. On the move is Margot, and he'll dive to make the play out there. No, couldn't make it. And the second base goes panic. He let up. I think he thought Myers was going to go after that ball and then dove for it and cannot make the catch. And Panic ends up at second base.
I don't know what type of communication was there, but man, Wil Myers, being the center fielder, if he's got a beat on it, he should call anybody off. And let's take a look. Yeah, Will, did you see Will peel off?
Yeah.
Now, once again, I don't know what type of communication there was, but you're right, Don, right there. Manuel kind of, he pulled back just a little bit, didn't he?
Yeah, he kind of just came to a stop there and then went into the dive, took a look.
Looked like the ball hit him in the glove
Yes.
in a good spot, but just couldn't squeeze it.
A double for Joe Panic, who's at second base with 2 down. If he continues full bore, I think that's a ball that he catches pretty easily.
Yeah.
But because of that brief hesitation, had to go into the dive and could not catch it. Marquis Hernandez coming up, and they're going to do the intentional walk of the no-throw kind. Phil Maton just returning. Is warming in the pen. Madison Bumgarner going to bat for himself here with 2 outs and 2 on, trying to add on. The Giants lead here in the 7th inning. He's hanging around deep into this game. And part of the reason is through 7 innings he's thrown only 85 pitches, so he's in good shape. And a guy who can hit. Remember, his sac fly is the difference in this game. Wild swing there from Bumgarner, kind of changed his mind in the middle, but went around. Inning started with Crawford striking out, Sandoval fly down. And a double by Panic, intentional walk to Hernandez, and now a 1-1 pitch coming to Bumgarner. That's ball 2.
Remember on that sac fly, the count went to 3-1. Bumgarner saw a lot of pitches out of the hand of Tyson Ross, and that works to the advantage of any hitter.
Strike 2. Even hundo right now for Tyson Ross. In the air to left field. Myers will have room. And Wil makes the catch that ends the 7th inning. Giants strand a pair but lead it 1-0. All right, Mike and Mark, thanks very much. Back here in San Francisco at AT&T Park to the 8th inning. Madison Bumgarner back on the hill, 85 pitches deep into his outing. Just flied out with a couple of Giants on to end last inning, and it remains a 1-0 San Francisco lead. Leading it off is A.J. Ellis.
You know what, Don? I don't think Bruce Bochy could have asked anything more as we get into this 8th inning for Madison Bumgarner. You've been talking about the economical way he's been throwing pitches tonight.
Yeah, he threw 112 pitches in his last outing, a 6-inning effort.
Wow.
Against the Dodgers. So he's stretched out if you're thinking about this being only his 4th start. Ball 2-2-1 to Ellis, who has struck out swinging and was walked intentionally his last time up. Fly ball right field. Andrew McCutchen moves over and takes care of out number 1 of the 8th inning. A pinch hitter coming up here for Tyson Ross. Matt Caesar is going to pinch hit here for Ross. Tyson at the plate out of the 9 spot had been 0 for 2. Popping out to second and striking out swinging.
Well, Tyson, he pitched his heart out. It's a good night in the big leagues. Just no support. You can't control that.
Ends up going 7 innings, giving him 4 hits, 1 run. Walked 3, 1 intentionally, and struck out 3. And not allowed to hit until the 4th inning with 2 outs. The only blemish, the sac fly by Madison Bumgarner that scored Pablo Sandoval back in the 5th inning. It's the only run of this game. Oh, 2 to Caesar. That's strike 3. Wow. 8 strikeouts for Madison Bumgarner.
This was a breaking ball off the plate.
Quite a ways off the plate.
Yeah, you can't hit that. That's straight MC Hammer. Can't touch this.
Baseball has come out of the bullpen down the first baseline foul ground. So Skip Schumacher, first base coach for the Padres, flipped it into the Padres dugout. With 2 down, here's Wil Myers. Myers 0 for 3 in his return to the Padres starting lineup. And Will grounded out to short in the first. Since then has struck out twice. Double barreled action in the pen. Kirby Yates and Phil Maton. Myers now, the inning continues. Eric Hosmer would be next. The top 4 hitters, Myers, Hosmer, Renfroe, and Villanueva, are combined 0 for 12 in this game. Padres have been held to 3 hits in the game. A 2-hit game for the number 7 hitter, Manuel Margot. The other hit belonging to Jose Barela, a single. 8 strikeouts for the Giants starter. Three and 1 to Myers. Grounds it foul, full count. pitches right now for Madison Bumgarner with 2 down here in the 8th. Giants crowd, some coming to their feet here with a full count. You look at the breakdown inning by inning for Bumgarner. Myers fouls it off, stays alive. Pitch again. Ball 4, and Myers heads on down to first base with a 2-out base on balls. That is walk number 2 given up by Madison Bumgarner in the first. It is not of the intentional walk variety.
So Bruce Bochy on the step there talking with pitching coach Kurt Young in the clipboard. Some dialogue going on there, and it looks like Kurt Young gives the nod and might see some action in that Giant bullpen.
Eric Hosmer 0 for 3 in the game. Bumgarner will get it and flip to first for the out that ends the 8th inning. We head to the bottom of the 8th with the Giants on top 1-0. Premium burgers with a custom blend of sirloin, chuck, and brisket, only at Jack in the Box. By Kona Brewing Company, enjoy a Big Wave Golden Ale or Longborg Lager today. And by RCP Block and Brick, start your outdoor project at rcpblock.com. Alan Hansen leading it off against a new Padres pitcher. Phil Maton into the game here for Tyson Ross.
Welcome back, Phil Maton, reinstated from the 10-day DL today. Got a right lateral strain. 16th game for the right-hander, always working from the stretch.
Line down the right field line, a fair ball. Hansen headed for second as Renfroe digs it out. Hansen thinking 3, and he's showing some speed, gets there without a problem. Head first dive into third base, and that's some impressive speed. I looked up. He was right at second base. That ball was coming in. He threw it into another gear to get to third.
Hit it in the perfect spot. It's Hansen's second triple of the year. Now this is where, as a base runner, you eye it. It's right in front of you. Touch first, go to second. And at this point here, as it rattles around in the corner, pick up Ron Wotus for the triple.
90 feet away with nobody out, infield in. And Posey takes ball one. Buster Posey walked in the first, grounded out to third in the fourth, grounded out to short in the sixth inning.
Where did that miss?
Call the ball, 2-0.
That's unbelievable.
Jerry Davis, crew chief with the plate tonight. There's a strike, 2-1. Foul back to the screen, kind of interesting. With Strickland out, the closer gone now. Lanson has been working the sixth inning, returning to their staff again with so many injuries. Signed a big contract here to be their closer, and it just hasn't worked out. Maybe looking at a safe situation right here.
Yeah, I was talking to the Giants broadcaster before the game, and Dyson's thrown 3 days in a row.
So this may be your guy tonight.
Yeah.
2-2 to Posey, the runner at third. Full count now. On the ground and up the middle into left center field. From third comes Hansen, and the Giants take a 2-0 lead. RBI single for Buster Posey. Giants obtaining some insurance here in the eighth.
There's been one constant in Buster Posey's career. The kid can flat out hit. He's just got great recognition of certain pitches. And there was a little bit on this breaking ball here where he just pauses just a little bit. Lets that ball come to it just a little bit more. Right there. He was stride and then statue and then the hand start. Right up the center of the diamond past Freddie Galvis. That's good hit.
Now Andrew McCutchen will take a breaking ball for strike one. Triple and a single start the eighth inning for the Giants. And a run in. A 2-0 San Francisco lead. McCutchen grounding into a double play in the first, walked in the fourth inning for flying out of center in the sixth inning. On the DL with the right lateral strain. 6 rehab appearances between AA San Antonio and Single A Lake Elsinore. Falls behind McCutchen, 3-1. Well, runners on. Hitters against Maton hitting at just 167. Again, those numbers coming earlier on in the year prior to the injury.
And this is a dangerous count here, 3-1. You better pinpoint something. Looks like down and away here.
McCutchen aboard here with ball 4. And now there are 2 on with nobody out to run in. Andy Green is headed out after the walk to Andrew McCutchen. Had further action of the pen going on during the inning. And it looks like Castillo is going to make his way in here for the Padres. So a pitching change, nobody out in the 8th. The Giants have added a run and taken a 2-0 lead. Tomorrow night, 6-6 with a 4.31 earned run average. Match up against Chris Stratton, who's 8-4 on the year, 4.22 ERA. 6:30 we get started with Padres Live, Game 2 of the 4-game series against the Giants from San Francisco. Now runners at first and second, nobody out, a run in, and Brandon Belt will take strike one from Jose Castillo into the game now for the Padres.
Jose Castillo, the left-hander, has got some nasty stuff. He's now 7th game. And look at the strikeouts. 13 and 7 1/3 innings of work. Really good splits. Lefties and righties alike. So the first time for Castillo to face these Giant hitters. So I'm sure the Giant hitters have watched some video on Castillo.
Maton did not retire anybody. Faced 3 batters. Gave up a triple, a single, a run, and then a walk. Castillo falling behind Belt here. 2-1. Fly ball headed towards left center. Margot calling and catching out number 1 of the inning as he fires back towards the infield. First out here at the bottom of the 8th. We'll bring up Brandon Crawford. Brandon Crawford returning from the paternity leave list, activated tonight after the birth of his son Bryson Crawford. Struggling before the leave, was 3 for his last 26, and tonight 0 for 3. $37,497 on hand tonight. 37,497 for Game 1 of the 4-game series on a cool night in San Francisco. Ball and a strike now to Brandon Crawford. Tyson Ross started the game 7 innings, giving up only 1 run, but he is currently on the hook. Ross finished with 101 pitches in tonight's game. Swing and a miss, 1-2. 3-mile-an-hour fastball that was up. Melanson continuing to warm in the Giants' pen. And even 100 pitches for Madison Bumgarner through the first 8 innings. Giants have added another run for him.
See, that's what's so important. You know, if the Padres could have kept it at 1 run, having Melanson out there, because it could be a little dicey sometimes when he's out there.
Crawford strikes out. First K for Castillo. 2 down in the 8th inning.
There's that sweeping breaking ball from Castillo. We know it well. Prior to this game, struck out 13 of 29 batters because of pitches like that. Almost 16 strikeouts per 9 innings. That's the ratio for this short time the left-hander's been in the big leagues with the Pods.
2 down here in the 8th, and it brings up Pablo Sandoval. Sandoval has grounded out, singled, and scored, and flied out to center. 1 for 3 game for the Giants' third baseman. Let's revisit our keys to the game. Brought to you by your, I think we have to, yes. Let's visit your keys to the game, brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers.
Bummer for Mad Bum in the Bay Area. Well, 8 innings, a great outing. No earned runs, and Tyson continues to stay. You know, Tyson pitched well enough to win, just didn't get the sport.
One-two to shallow right, and out goes Perella, but he drops the ball. Runner coming in and scoring. Safe at the plate is Buster Posey, and the Giants add a run. Well, Perella, who made the base running mistake earlier, cannot come up with this. Got glove on it, but it goes off his glove. And the Giants add another run, an important one, now on top 3-0. And it's an error charge to Perella.
Yeah, that is definitely a ball that's got to be caught. No question about it. E4, that hurts. Ouch.
Two on, 2 down. Looked like Padres going to be out of the inning, but instead gives Joe Panic another chance here.
Oy vey.
Panic grounded out in the 3rd, doubled in the 5th, doubled in the 7th. There's a strike, 1-1. That run charged to Phil Maton, who has been charged with the 2 runs so far here in the 8th. One and 2. Joe Panic, the 7th member of the Giants to bat here in the 8th inning. Looking ahead to the 9th inning, Renfroe, Villanueva, and Perella scheduled to bat in the inning. Nobody gets on. Freddie Galvis will have a chance. Two-two. Slap foul off to the left, protecting the plate. There's Joe Panic. Steele backs off, going back and forth with A.J. Ellis. Shook him off a few times. Runner goes at second, throw to third, and out at third base. Trying to steal was Andrew McCutchen. Gun down to end things here in the 8th inning. But a 2-run bottom of the 8th inning for the Giants, and they take a 3-0 lead to the 9th. Ninth inning, and it's time now for the Bill Howe plays of the game, and quite a night for Madison Bumgarner, who goes 8 shutout innings, giving up only 3 hits. He walked 2, 1 was intentionally, struck out 8 along the way, and it was pretty good tonight. Threw an even 100 pitches through the first 8 and helped out his team with a sacrifice fly. Sandoval would score back at the bottom of the 5th inning on the flyout for Madison Bumgarner. And he leaves. Mark Melancon comes on with a 3-run lead. Trying to shut the door on the Padres here in the 9th.
Yeah, no saves on the year. Bouncing back from being on the disabled list. His 8th game of the season.
His last save June 20th of last year at Atlanta.
Opponent's only hitting 200 off of Mark Melancon. Last time out was 1 frame, 1 walk. Cutter, curve, 4-seamer, and a split finger from Mark Melancon.
Renfroe 0 for 3 in the game tonight, has popped out, struck out, and grounded out. Melancon, who is the closer for the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Houston Astros at one point, had 20 saves with the Astros. 51 saves, the most he's had in any year. That was with Pittsburgh in 2015. Foul back, 1-2. Renfroe, Villanueva, and Perella scheduled to bat in the inning. Fouled off down the right field line, out of play. Top 4 hitters in the Padres order tonight, 0 for 13 with a walk. Madison Bumgarner had 8 strikeouts before he left. This one on the ground and through the left side, a base hit for Hunter Renfroe. Good start to the 9th inning for the Padres.
Well, he hung a breaking ball right there, and fortunately for Melancon, that ball's hit to the left side for a single. This is a pitch that Hunter Renfroe really could have done some damage with. Hanging breaking ball.
Lead runner on in the 9th inning for the Padres brings up Christian Villanueva. Take strike one.
He's not going to light up the radar guns. 90-91 on the fastball from Melanson. He relies on movement and location.
Inside out swing and a foul. Both pens are busy right now. Padres pen and the Giants pen at the same time. Will Smith has just jumped up in the pen for the San Francisco Giants. Not thrown many pitches. Lanson ahead of Villanueva 0-2. Kirby Yates up for the Padres. Left side to the shortstop Crawford. He's going to first with a throw for the out. On to second goes Renfroe with now one down in the 9th inning.
You know, good play by Crawford. Here's why. You're up 3-0, right? You want to at least get an out. He's going away from second base. Easier throw to go to first to get the short out rather than trying to make that throw at second. That ball not thrown accurately. It's first and second, nobody out. This ball actually checks up on him as well.
One out runner at second, and it brings up Jose Pirela. 1 for 3 in the game, singling back in the 5th inning. Then a tough night for him. Ran through a stop sign. Applied by his third base coach. Glenn Hoffman earlier in the game was thrown out at the plate, and then an error last inning in short right field, dropping a baseball that appeared to be the final out of the inning that scored another run. Third run of the night for the Giants, who lead at 3-0. 0-1 is on the ground left side, and Crawford's going to go to first again. This time it is dug out at first by Brandon Belt for out number 2 as Renfroe takes third. But 2 outs now in the 9th inning.
We got a couple of good shortstops here playing tonight. Freddie Galvis for the Padres, and for the Giants, we've seen it for many, many years, Brandon Crawford. Nice pick also by Brandon Belt over at first base.
Two down. Renfroe now at third for Freddie Galvis. Strike one. Generous call. Galvis popped out in the 2nd, lined out to left in the 5th, struck out but reached in the 7th on a wild pitch. Strike 2. Well, that'll bring them to their feet in San Francisco. 37,497. Strike 3 call, and that's the ball game. Striking out looking was Freddie Galvis to end it. And the Giants shut out the Padres 3-0 in game 1 of the series. It's time for Padres Live. Mike Pomerantz, what's in store?